Well, that's a great question. And look, before I start, I just would like to get a few things straight. So first of all, I'm not a doctor, and all that I'm going to talk about is from my heart, from my passion, from what I've learned, and from what I've personally experienced. So whatever happens, I'm not giving you any medical advice. I think if there's anything wrong, if you want to consider, anything to do with infertility, please do go and check with your doctor and get some proper advice on fertility and how to move forward. What I'm going to talk to you about is, literally a lot of my fertility problems, which have basically led me then to go through a lot of courses to deal with fertility, infertility, and the problems with it. So it's a lot about my personal journey. So I'm not necessarily going to talk about jargon and medical jargon. I'd like to think I'm going to talk straight, personal, passionate, and healing talk. Okay, so my thing is to help you, the person out there, you, to deal with whatever issues that are going on that are surrounding fertility, to help you deal that in the most healthiest way possible, because there is a way through it, and it will always be all right in the end, even when you can't see any light at the end of the tunnel. So speaking from my heart and from learned knowledge and from truth, and I hope that's going to be okay with you. So let's get back to that question. What is infertility? Well, it's tough, it's huge, and I've got here, sort of what a medical defined presentation of infertility is, and it's defined as a woman of a reproductive age who is not conceived after 1 year of unprotected sexual intercourse. And it's in the absence of any unknown cause of infertility, should be offered further clinical assessment and investigation along with her partner. And when I got that, it was kind of like, what does that mean? So, you're given this label, and what does that really mean? I was still completely and utterly lost. Basically it was a meaning that I'd been trying for quite some time. Nothing was happening that I wanted, and then I had this label which still didn't really take me anywhere. So where did I go from here? I obviously knew I wasn't having kids just yet. Okay, and so there I was with some desperation of, okay, where do we go now? So huge emotions happen. What on actual does that really mean? And then for me, the mind starts to go. All sorts of thoughts start to come, and it's funny how we tend to attack ourselves. But basically, infertility means, we're not falling pregnant naturally. We've been trying for quite some time, and it's not happening naturally. And this then starts, a whole plethora of things within the mind and within the body, and it brings up lots of huge questions. Where do we go from here? What else can we do? And in a way, I like to think of it now as opening a new doorway, a new gateway to really look at who you are and what's going on, because there's so many different factors that can cause infertility. And it doesn't mean you have to go straight to IVF or anything like that. There's a whole load of things to start off with and have a look with, which I think we're going to have a bit of a chat about. But the worst is when they start to give you unexplained infertility, because then that's when the doctors have no idea what's going on. And, this is basically where I ended up after quite some time. And, basically, again, I've got some stats here. 1 in 6 couples will experience fertility problems. I mean, that's huge. And did you know that you have a 1 in 350 million chance of becoming you? I mean, it's amazing. It's magical. How amazing is this body now? So, yes, and, sperm, the male sperm over the last 100 years has actually decreased by about 40%, and that's huge. Before, on the whole, if there was infertility, that would be mainly the female, but these days, much more so, it can be the male or actually the female, and again, caused to all sorts of different issues surrounding the reason why that could be happening. And I know in some of our questions we're going to be looking at that. But yeah, what is infertility? Heartbreak, I think, is what it is. But also it's the door to opening something new, learning something new, and being able to know that you're going to learn so much, and all is not lost. Hopefully that explains a bit of infertility.